Dear loved ones, this is RPA from Dubai, and today we will talk about the spreading of coronavirus, because I'm getting a lot of messages and requests regarding what to do during this time, what precautions we should be taking, and in general, what is the way forward. So I decided today, the 14th March 2020, to give this as a voice message about my understanding of the spread of coronavirus and what it is, and what we who are on the spiritual path, what we should be doing. Let me first give you what is a coronavirus. There are a lot of misinformation in the social media about this coronavirus. So first thing is just to get the facts clear. Even though many of us, we have learned this term for the first time, the coronavirus itself is not new. It has discovered in mid-1960s, and there were 4 types of common virus already detected decades ago. They are NL63, OC43, HKU1, etc. There are 4 such types, and that is the reason you will see there are many antiseptic or hand wash or cleansing soaps or agents. They have been written, they protect from coronavirus. One of the example is Dettol. So many people are saying, how come Dettol know about coronavirus? Because coronavirus itself is not new. And they do protect from all these common types of coronavirus. But later, after that, some strains of coronavirus, some types of coronavirus was discovered, which has a potential for death. These are deadly viruses. The strains are deadly, not the coronavirus group itself. And we know some of them. One of them is MERS, then SARS. Those are all deadly strains, types of coronavirus, which has already happened earlier. This time, a new strain has developed of coronavirus, is detected in December 2019 in China, Wuhan. And this particular type of coronavirus is named as COVID-19. COVID means CO is corona, VI stand for virus, D for disease, and 19 is as it is discovered in 2019. So all we are talking about now about COVID-19, not coronavirus in general. In this, to understand how the COVID COVID-19 gives an effect. What I understand from the doctors who are working on this, that these particular virus attack the immunity system. And when they check the which body part immunity system it attacks, it is found out to be lungs. And the doctors, they told me that what happens is the lungs cells cannot repair itself immediately like we do it on the skin. If it is outer surface, it gets repaired by itself. But lungs inside cells are little different types. The bronchioles, they're full of air, so they cannot get repaired immediately. So that's how it affects lungs, and which eventually become deadly. And as the immunity system, this virus attacks, that's why those who are already less immunity power, like old age or suffering from some ailment, preconditioned diseased, already pre-existing disease, so where the immunity is already low, so they are the vulnerable for this. So that is the medical understanding of this. So that means that the doctors, they told me that if we raise the immune system of if you keep maintaining our immunity system, then this COVID-19 will not get much effect on us. So this is that understanding of that one, about that this COVID-19. So what I thought I should explain it to you so that you understand medically what it is. Now, developing or strengthening our immune system is one line of defense. Another is just to avoid the transmission. That's why a lot of things are coming, that the advices are coming, the wash hands regularly, use sanitizers, social distancing. This is just so that we don't pick it up. At the same time, it is also true that it will not blown by air. Means if I am living in a society or a community where somebody else has this, I will not automatically get this if I don't come in the physical contact. So this is also true, that human to human transmission is possible. So that's why they are recommending to avoid that. So this part is my understanding. That's what I shared to you. Now, let me go to this aspect, or what we do with this. So my advice to all of you is follow what the local authorities, the health authorities, they are suggesting, because the degree of this thing is different. The vulnerability is different and type of spread is different. So follow the local authorities, what their preventive measures they are suggesting, and do not panic. There is no need to be panicked. So that part I will come little later. That part we can do ourselves, irrespective of what the authorities are telling. And you might have noticed that we are supposed to have a workshop at Jaipur on 21st of March, and 22nd of March there was a Karmakshalan Kriya at Pushkar Lake. So this we have cancelled or postponed actually. It is postponed till next summer. Let me tell you that what is the reason behind postponing, so that some Some of you might be thinking that because of the fear of coronavirus that has been postponed. That is not exactly true. The main reason is I'm sure that we will not get this COVID-19 with us. Why? I will explain a little later. But I'm now explaining why we changed our scheduled program. The reason is it is about the travel restrictions. Suppose I booked a hotel, booked a flight, I went to the airport, and they say, no, only this flight has only 5 passengers, we cancel the flight. So at the last moment, if you get that kind of information, then you cannot do anything. You cannot cancel the booking, hotel booking, and you have to pay for it. Or when you arrive at some airport, the local authorities may ask you to go for some 14 days quarantine. That is also beyond your control, because what authorities are telling, then there you have to follow, particularly at the airports. So because of this kind of travel uncertainty and what kind of things may come during travel, that become more of a concern to me rather than our workshop itself. I'm sure there'll be no the COVID-19 infection during the workshop. But during travel, something we may have to go through, which still we had a chance to alter our schedule and do it at a particular time later when things are normalized. So that is the reason I thought better to explain it to you so that you understand that it is not the fear of COVID-19 that we canceled. It is because avoiding any travel restrictions and inconvenience, practical inconvenience it creates. That is the reason, main reason for postponing our Jaipur workshop. Well, now let me give you my advice regarding our own behavior, what we do now. I have seen this lot of people, they are giving suggestions and recommendations or forwarding messages with a good intention. I can understand that. They wanted to develop the awareness. In this regard, my advice is do not forward some information unless until you personally verified it and checked to be true. Suppose you are asking somebody or you got some message asking somebody to eat onion to protect themselves from COVID-19. But if you personally don't know that or checked it yourself and you are satisfied that works, please don't forward it. That is my advice to you. There is implications because if you forward something or if you advise somebody to do something and because of that some harm happens, no matter what your intention is, but if the harm happens to the people who are actually implementing them, you will bind karma. Don't be part of it. Take a conscious decision. Only share your own experience. If you are benefited in doing certain practice or enhancing your immunity, or you just say it is a good practice, don't link it up to the coronavirus or COVID-19. You say if you do this exercise, it is good for you. That's it. Or if you take, say, lime water, it will help you, to keep your system clean. But do not claim that that itself will clean all COVID-19 if that already inside your body. So be careful in this area. That is my advice from spiritual perspective. I will explain little detail about that. Why? As I said, it is related to your karma. So don't bind any karma. We get tempted to do many things like that, and which eventually that comes back to us. Now, let me explain about our WeAreOne group, all members, that how we can protect ourselves. And then I'll come to the spiritual understanding part of it. I recommend you to practice stomach breathing and Kriya regularly. Those of you who are not initiated in Kriya, but you are aware of stomach breathing, please practice stomach breathing daily. There is a video already uploaded in YouTube by Gaurav. So link was posted here earlier. So if any one of you are not aware of how to do stomach breathing, that link can be posted here again, so you can follow that. Now, there are two reasons I'm recommending you to practice it daily, particularly when COVID-19 is spreading in different places almost all over the world. Is now a pandemic. Two things will happen if you practice Kriya and stomach breathing regularly. First of all, your cellular vibrancy will go high. Your PVF will go high. In higher PVF, no external virus or bacteria or ailment can attack you at cellular level, because the immunity system is based on the cellular level, it is capacity to deal with it. So if you practice stomach breathing and Kriya regularly, your immunity system will be higher, your cellular vibration will be higher, and that will behave like a shield. And secondly, stomach breathing and Kriya both involve 3:2 breathing. It's a breathing. You use our lungs for this whole activity. And as I explained in the beginning, earlier part of my voice message, that COVID-19 attacks our lungs. And they finally lead to the failure of lungs. And our breathing techniques for stomach breathing or Kriya, they involve directly our lungs. We inhale and exhale rhythmically. So in this case, the area of attack is being strengthened. We're using air, the healing breath. So if you practice it daily, then your lungs will be stronger and it will take care of anything which might come to you, and it will not affect you. So immunity and the capacity of lungs, the power of lungs, both will be at its peak. So that way, it will give you this physical strength to attack this kind of challenges or defend this kind of attacks from outside. So this is as simple as that, and follow the normal hygiene that has been recommended by the medical professionals and the doctors, washing hands, etc. Definitely. Avoiding as much as possible to be in touch with others, unknown people that follow that, whatever. So, but at the same time, practice this regularly. Even some is saying, is it okay if I practice more than once? Of course, that is fine. My advice in this regard is, you can practice Kriya and stomach breathing as much as you like. as much as you enjoy. There is no rules in this regard. At least once in a day, but any number of times in a day you can practice. And of course, after practicing, little bit of time should be spent on meditation. Every time you do, little bit of meditation is needed after that. That is the only requirement. Otherwise, whenever you can get time, you can do that. At least stomach breathing, you can do that. It can be done in 5 minutes. And followed by another 5 minutes for meditation. So whenever you get, say, 10, 15 minutes time, you can practice that. It will help you. There is no upper limit per se. But only thing is, you don't do it as a duty. You do it as much as you enjoy. That's what I'm saying. So it is not some man-made rules you put it in place. That is not how it works. If you enjoy doing 5 times stomach breathing in a day, please do. There's no harm. All right. So these are about our practical things, what we do, what is how we deal with this social media, and how to protect ourselves and our families. Now, I will come to the spiritual understanding, the overall broad picture. People are asking many questions about the broader implications, where our planet Earth is going. So this part I will now address. You are already aware in my New Year message I have given, posted in the group, that this year is a year of redefining yourself. The major changes will happen. And also on 2nd of February, put another message on that. I touch upon this coronavirus issue and say the purpose of this is to bring the fear out of you. What I already mentioned earlier in the New Year message. There will be many things happening which will make you fearful, and which may be rightly so. Now, here you have a choice. Either you can choose fear, or you can trust the divine with pure love. This is a choice, a moment of choice to you. Now let me explain what does that mean spiritually. We are all human beings made out of pure love energy. That's why human being, we are called Prema Sarupa, the manifestation of pure love. In the higher dimension, there are two spiritual energy that runs the universe. One is pure love and another is pure light, or light of awareness, or cosmic light, whatever you name it. Love and light, they runs the whole universe. These energies have nothing to do with our three-dimensional energy we often face, the electricity energy, heat energy, and the light energy, and mechanical energy, kinetic energy, and all this. It has nothing to do with these kind of energy. These are spiritual energy. Love and light, which manifested into this, which formed actually this universe. So human beings particularly are manifested out of pure love energy. And fear is just opposite of love. or absence of love. Like darkness is absence of light, similarly, fear is absence of love. Whole I'm talking about the spiritual aspects. So where there is absence of love, fear thrives. So now we have a choice to make. No matter what happens in the external world, no matter what we see around us, no matter what news we get that how many people are sick, what are the things that are happening, we have a choice. If we choose fear, then our mind will inject more fear into us. Knowingly or unknowingly, we become agent of spreading fear. Whenever we talk to people, we talk about the fear. When we send the message will be full of fear. When we talk, it will be fear. The way we act, take decision will be fearful and all this. So that way, if we choose fear, we will go into downward spiral. And if we allow our mind to be fearful, it is possible. Our cells will understand that must take that message, and it will lose its own power, and actually we get an attack of COVID-19. It is possible. So as we understand in earlier universal laws, whatever you resist, that persists. If you resist, or if you keep bringing fear, you don't allow fear to go away, fear will retain there and fear will get implemented. Whatever you are fearful of, that will get implemented. And that is why we recommend you just watch what is going on in your mind. No need to be fearful. If you choose fear, particularly at this time, you will go into downward spiral. Whereas you have a choice. You can take this approach, but all the spiritual masters are taking. They have a full trust to the divine. This is a process undergoing. Divine knows our best interest. We are completely surrendered to the divine with a pure love. If we choose pure love, what will happen is we will connect ourselves to the source from where we created. Just earlier I explained to you, human being is created out of pure love energy. If we choose love now, then we are connecting to our own source from where the humanity is created. And by choosing that pure love energy, we will get it ascended from this. Basically, by choosing love, ascension will happen to us, spiritual ascension. And that ascension will take us away from all this third dimensional reality directly through the fifth dimension and above. And by this process, when it's all over, then whoever has chosen the path of fear will be somewhere which is much, much below, whereas who has chosen love will be already ascended to the next higher dimension. And eventually, this decade, the 2020s, this decade that golden era will come. As of current energy situation, my personal assessment is it will be around 2028 to 2030. In that period, it will be seen implemented. But saying so, the time is my assessment, my intellectual assessment. In higher dimension, there is no time. We know for sure it is coming, but the time, there is no time, it is difficult to predict the actual time. However, this is just my personal assessment I'm sharing. So to be into that golden era, in this particular time, this kind of juncture, we have to select love. We have to select divinity within ourselves to save us, not that messages we get and not fearful and any activity out of fear will take us there. And that is the reason in the New Year message I mentioned this is a year of redefining yourself. Take it as an opportunity or a challenge to drop the old ideas, old ways of living, old ways of thinking. Drop it. This is an opportunity. Choose love, choose the divinity, and you will be lifted up from all this mess what is happening around the world. So this choice is yours. My prayers are with you. And all this we will ascend together. There is absolutely no need to be fearful. We all are one and we will ascend together. May the blessings of Babaji and Mataji be always with you. With this, I'll conclude my voice message. Om Mangalam.